That's what makes Christmas so awesome. He came to redeem those under the law. This word redeem is so awesome. It can mean several things, but two things I really want us to think about. Number one, He came to buy us back. To redeem means to buy back. Friends, we were sold as slaves to sin, the Bible says. It uses all this language and these word pictures to describe our situation of being cut off from God. Listen to what Paul says in Romans 7:14. He says, we know that the law, God's standards, they're spiritual. That's his way of saying they're good. You know, we would agree with God's standards of what it means to love one another and to be ethical and moral and honest and right and what is right and what is wrong. They're spiritual, it's good. But he says, I'm not spiritual. That's his way of saying, I'm not that. I'm not everything that I know I ought to be. I'm sold as a slave to sin. I just have this thing inside of me that I just feel like I can't even overcome. And I know that I am living in this place of death, cut off from God. And that's what I deserve because of my nature. But Jesus came to redeem us from that. It's very much, if you could just go back to the days of slavery and you think in terms of someone being a slave, Jesus came and said, I know that they don't belong to me right now, but I'm willing to pay whatever it costs to buy them back. That's what it means to be redeemed. He bought us back. Another meaning of the word redeem means to pay the price or the debt that is owed. We just got done talking about this huge debt, right, that we owe. And we know we owe. In John chapter 19, it's the account of Jesus' death. And he's hanging on the cross, and he makes these 7 statements that it's just a wonderful study to study the statements Jesus made while he was on the cross. But this is one of them. Just before, real close to the time that, right before he gave up his spirit and died, he said, it is finished. We've heard that before. If we've been in church much, we've heard that before. It is, and the Greek word that he uses there is tetelestai. I love that. Sometimes Greek words just sound cool. Tetelestai. And which means it's paid in full. The debt that you owe is paid in full. That was what the cross was about. To redeem you, to pay the debt in full that you owe. You know, I did some little study on this word, and I found that word shows up on documents and ancient artifacts that people found that were receipts in the ancient world. So it really was just like a bill of sale. It makes me think of Walmart during Christmas time. I don't know if, I can't remember if I've seen it here, but I've seen it in so many Walmarts, it probably is done here. When it gets really busy, they hire someone, and you know their only job is to stand at the door. Right? You've seen this? And you're walking by them with your bag, and they're like, excuse me, can I see your receipt? Right? And they just want to check. They want to see if tetelestai is printed on that receipt. Did you pay for this bag that you're walking out of the store with? That's kind of the whole idea. Jesus said, look, this debt that you guys owe, that's keeping you from having a relationship with God, I'm paying for the whole deal.